You're listening to Three Things to Know with Stephanie Haney, with experts and insiders on what you need to know in Northeast Ohio.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Three Things to Know podcast. I'm Stephanie Haney here with Ricky Smith.
Ricky Smith, I am glad to be here in warm Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, that's an understatement. It's April Fool's Day, so he's clearly joking because it's a little bit chilly outside.
It is chilly.
This is a really full circle moment here with Ricky Smith. If you are not familiar, if you've been living under a rock, he is the founder of Random Acts of Kindness Everywhere, here with the really amazing food truck. That's what you see behind us. We're going to be talking all about that. The RAFT.
I love acronyms.
I know you
RAFT.
I know you love those acronyms. And I have to talk about what a full circle moment this is because if you've been following the Three Things to Know podcast, you might know that Ricky was our second guest ever on the pod.
We sacrificed our lives. It was during a pandemic. We were masked up. It was a nervous time, but we persevered and we are still living.
That's true. And we made it. We forged a lifelong connection. And now here we are on April 1st, on April Fool's Day, here at the launch of the really amazing food truck. And the first, I have to tell you, on-location podcast for Three Things to Know.
First, this is the weather has cooperated with us. It is definitely one of the warmer days. No, but it's great. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be a guest. I'm glad that the really amazing food truck is having a live podcast premiere. So it's kind of cool.
And you know what else is actually very cool too? This is the first in-person guest that I have had on the podcast. We've been doing it all over Zoom because this launched during the pandemic.
There we go.
So lots of big exciting
moments.
No
pressure.
No pressure.
At all.
None whatsoever. All right, before we get started talking about the food truck, right before we started going live here with the podcast, Ricky told me he had an April Fool's Day story, and I want to hear it. So what's
it's
the
such
story?
a Ricky story, too. About 15 years ago, a wrong-way driver going on 77 was reported missing. I found him. He was going the wrong way. We hit head-on. He actually died in the crash. April Fool's Day because no one in my family thought it was real, thought it was a 6-6 prank. Like I said, the guy died. I was taken to emergency, and I'm lucky to be alive, to be honest with you. So April Fool's Day, April 1st is always an emotional time for me. And then ironically, or not ironically, but coincidentally, the truck. So the universe and God, whatever you believe in, put you in positions and places where you need to be. So, yeah. What a sick family for them to think that I was pulling a prank that I got in a
the worst April Fool's joke ever.
Yeah. I had to prove to the EMS and all those people that to explain to them why my parents might not believe. I had two sisters that were pregnant at the same time, so they thought maybe they were trying to get them to go to the hospital. But I'm like, no. One of my sisters is a doctor, and I was like, hey, tell her this and that. And it turned out that I was, glad to be alive though.
We're glad that you're alive, too, and we are here to change your association with driving and April 1 and all of those things. Because
you didn't even know that.
Day. No. I absolutely 100% did not know that.
I tell the story a lot of times online, and then people that don't know me are like, okay, good joke. And I'm like, no, here's the pictures. Here's the evidence. But, yeah, it was even in that moment, though, you realize how short life is and how blessed you are and that, in the midst of the accident, the woman that came over goes, are you okay? And I go, do I still look good? And she's like, wow, what is this weirdo? But no, I was already that type of person anyway, but it just made me realize that life is short and you just got to live for the day.
It is. It is short, and you are making the most of it, I think, probably out of a lot of people here in this world. This dream for you, the really amazing food truck, 8 years coming.
Actually 14, 13, if you want to be really honest. It was always my goal to go to cooking school. I wanted to be a chef. Before writing, before comedy, before the nonprofit, I wanted to be a chef. I love cooking for people. It's two things I think brings people together. That's music and food. Mm-hmm. And as you know, before I learned how to DJ during the quarantine, it goes viral. I'm DJing retirement homes. And it always in the back of my mind, this food truck. So some things out of when I had the money, I didn't have the time. When I had the time, I didn't have the money. A whole slew of whatever. But a full circle moment, this is why I got emotional on the message I sent you back. Because if I would have started the food truck, 14 years ago, it would have me having a food truck. But here I am. How many people can honestly say their first time in a career they don't know anything about, having it on the news, and then having the one of the greatest ever sing you a shoutout who's working with you, helping create the menu, Michael Symon helping you work on something. So here I am. I'm blessed. Everything happens for a reason.
Okay, so what Ricky's talking about, in case you're not aware, I've got the show. It's called It's All Good.
No, everyone already watched it. Everyone's already seen it. But you can go ahead. For the two people living under a rock.
For the two people that are under a rock, It's this good news show. We got a lot of action going on in the background. We have celebrity chef Michael Symon sending some good vibes only to Ricky. That's one of our segments where we send good vibes only out to people who need it, who deserve it, who have big things going on. This is clearly a big thing. So we surprised him. We got a little message from Michael Symon.
Well,
wishing
I
him good
didn't
luck.
even explain this to you, a full circle moment. And I never, me and Michael are friends now. I've hung out and he's given me tips and lessons. But a truly full circle moment, which again, no one knows, is that I have a signed autographed copy of his first book. And I was a fan. Like I was living in San Diego at the time and had never met him. And a mutual friend was like, I got you a Christmas present, and it was a signed autographed copy from him. So it's weird when it goes from like fans to friend, and that's when I kind of got choked up, and I was like, man, this is cool. This is cool.
That's what happened for me and Ricky. I was a fan, then we became friends, and now here we are talking about the food truck. And so the real tie-in with Michael Symon here in the food truck is that he helped you design the menu.
Oh,
So
he
how did that
designed the
come to
menu.
be?
He didn't even help me design the menu. He designed the menu because I was gonna go full like cheese steaks and pizzas and just burgers and all this stuff. And he was like, Rick, keep it simple. Keep it things that people love. He's like, you can't go wrong with grilled cheese. He goes, you're doing something community. You're doing something when you see Ricky, you see the Rake, you think about heart and emotion. He goes, everybody has eaten grilled cheese at a young age. He goes, grilled cheese is very heartfelt, very emotional. Serve grilled cheese. And he goes, I go, well, what are we doing with grilled cheese? He goes, got to go tater tots. Some good dipping sauce, some tater tots, have fun with it, have silly. And I flew to Miami and we had lunch and we talked about it in the detail and just had a good time, man. And this is his menu. So I told people, if you don't like the menu, blame Michael. However, he was a wrestler in high school, so and he's still buff. He's still huge.
He is.
Which, by the way, he called me like a week ago, and he's like, hey, Rick, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. He goes, you working out? And I go, no. He goes, how much weight have you gained? And I'm like, huh? He goes, rookie move. Wait, what are you talking about? He goes, when you're a new chef, which I guess I am, he goes, you gain weight. I've eaten so many grilled cheese in the last month, it's ridiculous. And he's like, we work out twice a week, so twice a day, actually. So I have been gaining weight, yeah. So, thank you, Michael.
You know, they say never trust a skinny chef. I think
That's what they say?
Yeah, because they're always tasting, they're always snacking their food.
Who is they?
It's they.
Somebody with hypertension. Somebody's overweight said that. No, you can trust whoever you want to trust. Yeah, but you know, it was fun, man, and just I'm texting him, he's texting me back, and I'm doing the recipes in real time over FaceTime, and some are working and some are not, and then you know he's so good. It's people in the world that you see on TV and they're so far removed in your mind from their craft, and then you experience why they became who they are, and you're like, okay, this guy really is a chef. Like, this guy really is one of the best. I see why he did this and that, and you know, suggestions he had and this and that, and just combinations where I'm going, ugh, and I try them, and I'm like, okay. So it's gonna be fun, man, and we have some other things up our sleeve. So maybe the next time you do a podcast on a moving car or something, we'll announce that. But we are working on some other cool things for the city. We both love our city, and we love giving back.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, speaking of the actual item that is going to deliver these grilled cheeses to people, this food truck, it's a pretty interesting story how you actually arrived with this vehicle behind us. So let's hear that.
The story, there's so many stories here, and it's crazy when everything happens for a reason. I was looking for a food truck, and like all these other shortages in the world, it's hard to find food trucks. And I'm looking everywhere, and I'm searching everywhere. It's if you follow me, there's a pretty funny viral moment where I found a food truck in Michigan, but the ceiling was 5'2".
Oh.
I'm 6'3". So the whole time I'm like this, and I was like, maybe I still should get it. And I'm trying to find, I can't find it anywhere. And an unknown number, because I don't save numbers, says I have a friend selling a food truck in Atlanta. They go, you know what? Let's figure it out. I get on the phone with the person selling the truck. She goes, you know what, Rick? I follow you. My mom passed away, Gloria, a year ago, and we don't really want to sell it because my mom has a legacy. She loved to serve food, loved to serve community. She was all about giving back, and we just don't want to have the food truck just out there in the universe. But she goes, but I live in Nashville. I'm not there. What do I do with this food truck? And I go, you know what? I told her the concept that every meal that, you know, we I'm not supposed to give this away now, but every meal that we serve, we give one to somebody in need. And she goes, you know what? There's no better legacy than that, than taking this truck and knowing that, you know, our family's from Cleveland, our family's from whatever. Actually, when we bought it, it didn't run. So I bought it in Atlanta.
That's a leap of faith.
Yeah. Even worse, had it shipped to Cleveland on the back of a truck. Had to find a diesel mechanic and this and that, but the energy, Kiana and her family, and just the synergy, and she's rooting, and I'm updating her and our synergies, and she's friends with Travis Kelce, who's also a Cleveland guy, and this and that. So, we have some other surprises I'm not going to give away yet that we're doing for her family and in her honor, but there's so many, the story behind the truck, even within itself, is amazing. So, it's everything. If I would have done this 14 years ago, when they had this, so.
Talk to me about the design on the truck. It's all wrapped up. It's all looking good.
I'm a big proponent of music. Like I said, music. We're actually not done with the truck yet, but there will be a DJ booth in the back with speakers.
Okay.
So it's a mobile party, if you will. But I wanted to put some positive, fun lyrics of music. So you have "Don't Stop Believing," you have "Everybody Lives," you have "Don't Stop, Get It," which is very famous Luke motivational conversation there. You go, girl. There's things, but I wanted to wrap it around. But I wanted to be not an eyesore, but it stands out. And I've driven it now for 4 hours, and I've gotten 15 messages from people all over my Instagram and Twitter saying they saw the truck. So very inspirational, very fun, very silly. The amazing food truck. 3 different artists from Cleveland designed it. I had some things in mind, and they came true. So I love it. I do.
It's a good look. It is a good look. And when you get all of that stuff on there, it's going to be even more amazing. It's already the.
And I wanted to leave it. I wanted to leave it kind of general. I know most food trucks put exactly what the food is. Me and my dad actually bumped heads bad. He goes, "I don't know what you're serving." And I go, "Well, I could change it whatever we're going to change it to. Tomorrow we could do hot dogs, whatever it may be. If people don't like Michael Simon's recipes, we could do whatever." But I want it to be, it's just in a truck. It's an amazing food truck, but it's more than just the food. It's the experience and hopefully the memories people get from it.
Yeah. All right, we talk about being on location here, which is where the really amazing food truck will be. It's a truck. It's obviously mobile. We're at Welcome to the Farm down on the Flats, which is a new spot, which is also very cool. I just got to peek inside it for the
amazing
first time
country
personally.
bar. I sing. What's your favorite country western song?
Oh, gosh. I love country music.
Do you?
99.5 is the only thing on the radio in my car. I love it all. I don't know if I have a favorite.
Mine is very generic. I think
Okay.
every African-American loves it, but it's just my song is Low Places.
Oh, I was
That
going
is
to
my,
say that.
because everyone sings along in the bar. And, refrain. It's just a great song. I do like some of the newer country. I know the traditionalists don't believe that's country, but I go to Nashville quite a bit, and I love the whole Hunky Tonk Bar and what's the one street? Broadway Street, and those things are fun. So, what is it called? Nash Vegas. I do enjoy Nash Vegas quite a bit. I do enjoy Nash Vegas.
I like the Kenny Chesney song, in the morning.
I do know that one.
Leaving,
I like the Stronger
making
too.
my
The
way.
one, the 2 guy and the woman, they have the duet,
Oh, yeah.
Stronger. And then one of the greatest country western singers of all time, Nelly. Because it's all in my head.
Yes,
That's a great song.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's good.
The song Friends in Low Places, by the way, shout out to my PTO people, 330. We did that at every
PTO?
single homecoming.
Is that part-time?
Perry Township Outlaws.
Oh,
PTO.
Okay. Doing gang signs now?
Hey, I am from the original C-Town. I know, don't get mad at me, Cleveland, but Canton is C-Town. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, we are here in Cleveland at Welcome to the Farm. This is a great spot. The food truck's going to be here. So, Ricky, it's time for you to tell us what we need to know in NEO. Tell us all of the details. When can people find the really amazing food truck?
What you need to know that for the first month, this is breaking news, all the food is free. Yeah, just give a donation if you want. If you don't, whatever. It's all on RAKE. It's that Random Act of Kindness. We just want to have fun with the truck. But, yeah, just come on out. We'll be here at the farm. Actually, every Friday and Saturday from 5 to 10. I'll probably be on the truck making high fives and fun and all the silly stuff. But even with the donation period, for every meal served, we're giving one in need. But it won't be uncommon to see me just riding around the truck, just doing fun stuff. It's an extension of me. I'm even extending to you. If you get bored one day and say, "Hey, Rick, I want to pop up and serve fried pickles."
Hey. Oh, I love fried pickles. I also really love grilled cheese, though. I was telling Ricky this. I used to do a Snapchat show. If you've been my friend for a long, long time, I used to do a Snapchat show where I would have some cocktails.
I'm still laughing about it when you told me this.
I would have some cocktails and make snacks late night. The show was actually called Drunk Girl Cooking. I was over 21.
My
so
mom
it's
and
fine.
dad are behind us photo bombing the whole
Hey!
live. That's them over there.
We got Mama and Papa Ricky.
They flew to Atlanta with me. They flew to Atlanta to go pick up the truck. They, my mom and dad. You know what? I know we're past this segment, but a kind of emotional moment. I've had 3 really big moments in my life where I've done things that I probably shouldn't have done career-wise. One was being a TV writer. I didn't know what TV writing was. I'm in LA. I tell them on the phone, they were supportive from afar. Another one was the nonprofit. Again, they were supportive right there. I joked that my mom and dad support me when they don't know what they're supporting. But this was the first time for me doing something where they were hands-on from every step of the way, from the menu to the food truck to, even now, unloading the stuff and this and that. So it's cool, parents out there, you might have kids who are unconventional in their dreams. I have a sister, a doctor who's amazing. I have a sister, a lawyer who's amazing. And I kind of was the kid who just never figured things out. But mom and dad never made me feel less. They never made me feel like I wasn't as important. And for me, it's a truly full circle moment. And they're healthy and they're great. But for them to actually see these crazy visions that their son had. And when you see me on this truck and you see me smiling and you see me running around, this and that, there's been tweets all around that people have seen me places with my family and with my mom and dad and me smiling. It's genuine. Because for me, they stood by me, man. And they could have been like, hey, this knucklehead, like, come back to Cleveland. You're going to do this or get a job, this and that. But it's always been, my mom and dad always been supportive. Not just them, and I know I'm over-talking, but the city of Cleveland.
That's all
the
right.
city of Cleveland has always been there with me. Always, from the mayor to the athletes to the news stations to everyone's always been supportive. And I try to give the love back. I do.
Well,
hence why I always wear Cleveland hats and stuff.
Yes. Shout out to the CLA for sure. We love to see that the great things you're doing here in the community. Obviously, the really amazing food truck is an extension of Random Acts of Kindness Everywhere, an extension of you. So, moving on to our final segment.
And we got to make it final because they're getting mad at me. The cheese, the grills won't make themselves.
Those cheeses aren't going to grill themselves.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a cooler name for grilled cheese. Like, I didn't want to just, like, I don't know. I saw Toasties.
Okay. Toasties?
Chilled, they grilled. I don't know.
Right.
I'll figure it out.
Cheesin'?
Yeah,
Cheesin'?
that's
I'm cheesy.
You can get away with that.
I
I can't get away with that.
I'm sorry. I like bad puns. I don't know what to tell you. But last segment here, a good follow. We want to know where we're going to be able, because it's not always going to be at Welcome to the Farm during the week and stuff. Where can people follow the really amazing food truck to figure out what they need to know about
This should be really obvious slam dunk answer because I'm used to talking. I don't remember the socials. I just came up with it a week ago. It has 5,000 followers already on Instagram, so it's already pressure. It's
because I'm following.
But you can't get consistent of all of them.
No, I know that's
so
tricky.
Like Facebook has the same as Twitter, and the Instagram is a separate one. But if you follow Rickonia, but I will tell people to follow the socials because I'm literally doing fun things on the truck. Like, that's going to be the fun of the summer. I'm not just saying that for publicity, promotions, but I might pop out with a hot wing challenge. Ooh. We might just do some weird stuff, but the whole thing is have fun on the truck. So follow the socials, which they're right here right now.
No, they're coming out of my mouth right now. The Really Amazing Food Truck on Instagram and Really Amazing FT on Twitter.
For a food truck, not
for
not
truck.
any weird.
Yeah, that's for the.
Yeah.
Yeah, FT stands for food truck. Really Amazing FT on Twitter.
Yeah.
The Really Amazing Food Truck on Instagram. Rick Anya, of course.
The only one out here sacrificing in 12-degree weather on a food truck. That is me. That is me.
That's right.
Thank you, universe.
It's 12 degrees. You're gonna need some hot grilled cheese tonight. So
man, just pour it all on your body. Just.
Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right, we're gonna say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for being with us on the 3 Things to Know podcast, Ricky. We appreciate you. Share this.
Do you dye this in post? Because usually this is
Yeah, maybe for the YouTube.
No one even knows that I have these.
Just listening to this, you
don't
don't
perfect.
know,
Oh yeah. I don't dye
YouTube.
nothing. Yeah, this is natural.
All right, thanks very much, Ricky. Thank everybody. We will see you next time on 3 Things to Know.
Thanks for listening to 3 Things to Know with Stephanie Haney from WKYC Studios. Subscribe now to stay in the know.